Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to auscastnetwork.com for details.
In a world where everyone says hello,
they dare to say, yeah,
g'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, g'day!
Yeah, g'day. Yes, good day. Yeah,
G'day.
G'day. Yeah, g'day. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, good day.
Wow, wow!
Yeah,
g'day!
G'day. Hey, yeah, g'day. Yeah, g'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah, g'day, everyone.
Yeah, g'day, everyone. How you doing? Yeah, no, I'm going to talk first this time. It's the ultimate guide to, yeah, g'day, Australia. Spaghetti.
Arms are heavy. See why I've got to end this show? This fucker.
Jesus.
Last episode we said we're going to end it, but financially we found out we can't. So we're going to keep going. No, it's still
We're going to pour a lot more money into this.
And as you know from the reactions on social media, people have been crying profusely.
Yeah, it's been outrageous. The death threats
Those were a bit much.
towards Cher are unnecessary. She didn't have anything to do with this. Just to clarify.
How dare you ruin this show of our best boys.
She is a friend of the show. She had nothing to do with it.
But if
Please
she could turn back time. Yeah.
Leave her alone.
So at this point in time, we are recording it live as we always do.
Yeah.
And it's happening in the week. But at this point in time, I think I'm in New Zealand, definitely.
Ah. Do you
But
speak New Zealandish?
Kia ora.
Oh.
Or kia ora.
Yeah, they do actually have a language.
Yeah.
I said it as a joke, but they do actually have Maori.
Maori, yeah. So I think, if we start in Auckland, then we go to Rotorua, and then it's like either Napier or Taupo or something. So we're probably in Napier or Taupo at this point in time. What is it, the weekend? Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm in New Zealand.
Spectacular.
That's fun. So
What's it like?
Beautiful. Amazing. I love it.
Nice.
I've never been anywhere like it.
Yeah.
Never been here before.
You've never been there yet.
Tim, in the lead up to our demise,
Yeah.
we thought, what do we need to talk about? What's important? What have we missed? Now, episode 2 of the original Jaeger Day, the OG,
Yeah.
the episode with Sam Glisson on it, the episode that went for like an hour and a half for the first time when we used to do those long episodes. Mind you, what the fuck were we doing back then?
We had a lot more time.
An hour and a half. Now we're like 20 minutes. I need to get out of here. I can't be with you anymore.
Do you understand I need to go back to sleep?
I need to eat breakfast. But we talked about the Olympics.
Yeah.
And as we all know, I have a very weird soft spot for the Olympics. I've got an odd spot too, but I've got a weird soft spot for the Olympics. I really love the Olympics.
I like the Olympics too because it's the only time I can watch diving and gymnastics.
Yeah. That's
which I find to be extraordinary sports. But like, where the fuck else do you watch those things?
What am I going to do? Watch the Commonwealth Games like a commoner? No, I might. But I this last week in the lead up to, obviously I've been doing a lot of, in the last 2 weeks ago, because we're recording this now.
Yes.
As we all know, I'm now a world famous fingerboarder and tech decker, and I've been back into my skateboarding world.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about how amazing Tokyo 2020 is going to be with fucking skateboarding as an Olympic sport.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, I said to Elise the other day, luckily Japan's time zone is not that far behind us, but I was like, I'll be the guy that gets up at 4 a.m. to watch the skateboarding finals.
Yeah.
This will be my sport.
Actually, this is going to be a good Olympics for us because they are, only an hour behind us. It's going to like exactly in our time zone. It's going to be so easy to watch everything.
Are they always an hour behind us? Like, it doesn't change with daylight savings?
Daylight savings, it goes to 2, I think. But yeah.
Right. Either way. But, because it'll be now, won't it? Because it's their summer, our winter.
Yes.
So it's an hour
Yeah,
behind.
it's their summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, that'll be sick. But we were like, we did talk about Sydney 2000, and we've talked about Sydney 2000 a lot, but we thought we should spend an episode on Sydney 2000, talk about it, and get into the bloody hard nuts of it.
Into the nuts of it all, yeah.
All right up into its guts. Tim.
Put the nuts in the guts.
Can you tell me when the decision was made that we would host the 2000 Olympic Games?
Sydney was selected as the host city for the 2000 Games in 1993.
Which I swear you only decided like the 3 years before. Although I guess you need like 10 years to sort shit out
Yeah, they tell them pretty far in advance.
because you've got to build an entire city.
So there was an Olympic Games in 96 and 92. So this would have come just after the 92.
Where was
So they must
92?
like keep them like one ahead. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
or two ahead.
Yeah, so they must have...
Because you have to create a lot of infrastructure.
it's
to be able to
literally an
host
entire
Olympics.
city. As we saw
Yeah.
with Rio, it's also, hiding everything.
Yeah.
Was that Sly? Sorry.
Uh-oh.
My favourite video online, which I rewatched it, it's not as good as I have imagined it in my head, and I quote it regularly when anyone talks about Sydney, is the guy reading it out going, the winner of the Olympic Games is Sydney.
Sydney.
It's just the pronunciation of Sydney. And so
Yeah.
whenever I hear Sydney, I'm like, Sydney. It was a big moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember that particular moment, but I remember the leader. It was
Was that the
very
first time we
exciting.
hosted the Olympics?
No, we hosted it in Melbourne in 56, I think.
Jesus. Well, it was the first
I'm gonna
time.
double check that, but I'm pretty sure 56.
It was the first time of yours and my generation. It's also quite big because it was 2000. Like, it was the millennium. We had we'd jumped through the 90s and we hit the thousands.
56.
56. Nice
Yeah.
one. Good job.
Nice.
High five.
Arigato.
I didn't actually touch Tim Sand. That's some folly work. So like it's the millennium. We get to have the first Olympics of the new millennium.
Yeah, it was a big moment.
It was. Now, they looked through all of Sydney and they went, look, we've got some great, lovely locations. We've
Yeah.
got some amazing spots. We've got some that are like close to the city that would be good for transport. We've got some
Absolutely.
with some amazing views. Let's use Homebush.
Yeah, let's put it out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and let's make everyone go through what's the L station?
Not Leichhardt.
Not Leichhardt.
Linfield or something? No.
No, there's like this one station you have to go to, and then get a fucking express
Yeah,
train
yeah.
to Homebush.
What
It's
is that
such a pain
station?
in the ass.
But yeah, there's a station that when we went, every time I've ever gone to Homebush, is always like, all right, you got to get 2 trains.
What we're saying to you is, it's a pain in the ass to get there,
Wasn't it
and it
great
was
for
even
us?
worse in 2000. It's actually better than it is.
Did Homebush exist before the Olympics?
Oh, well, Homebush as like a suburb existed, but it didn't. Like
Didn't
the
have
Olympic Park area.
Olympic Park is I like Olympic Park.
I like Olympic Park, but it's basically a ghost town unless there's an event there.
Yeah, so obviously they built all the different stadiums and that. They built the Olympic Village around it and things like that. But now it's used for the Easter show.
Yeah.
They've got
Conventions often go out
conventions
there.
because they've got like I think is it called All Phones Arena now? It used
Yeah,
to be like
yeah.
all the other. It had a bit much different names, and there's like the stadium there. So there's rugby league gets played there a fair bit.
The swim centre out there gets used quite a fair bit as well.
Homebush Bay.
Yeah,
Is that what it's
Homebush
called?
Bay.
But so that like there's use and did I say the Easter show? Yeah, but like things like that. So that if there's an event on, we went to the WWE there, and there are like now restaurants in that area. There's a Subway. It's pretty important.
Yeah,
and
there is stuff out there, but
people do live there because it's apartments there now.
yeah, my sister used to live there. I actually went there for sushi about 4 months ago.
Good.
No. Yeah. I was like, there's no one here. How does this sushi shop survive?
Now, I think I've told the story before. I didn't actually go to the Olympics. I went to the Paralympics because Dad drove buses in the Olympics. One of the only times I've seen Dad without a beard. And so he got I think free tickets or whatever to the Paralympics.
Nice.
So I did go to Homebush at the time of the Olympics to see the Paralympics, which was sick. But yeah, I'm assuming you didn't go because you were living in
I did
Coffs
not
at the
go,
time.
no. We were up in Coffs, and yeah, Sydney. Sydney is a challenge to use transport at the best of times. I can't imagine what it was like over the Olympics.
Yeah, it would have been horrid. Now, let's talk some mascots. We've talked them before.
Mascots, yeah. So let's all remember that this was the Sydney Olympics at the start of a new millennium.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah. So
And it was Oliver. What?
Sid, Ollie, Millie
Yes. So
were the
Sid-
names of the mascots.
We had an echidna, a kookaburra,
Yep.
and a platypus. So was Sid
Correct.
the platypus?
Sid was the platypus.
Ollie's the kookaburra.
Oh, I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes. Sid's the platypus, Ollie's the kookaburra, and Millie is the echidna. Is that correct? Tim's looking. He's searching.
Yes, I can
That is
confirm that those are correct. That's
Sorry,
correct.
Tim, are you there? Just coming in.
Yeah, Leon, I can confirm that is correct. Yes.
What I love, as always, is that we are doing a purely audio-based medium, and Tim and I both put our finger to our ear for the news correspondent.
Just to add a little spice
You've got it.
to
Otherwise, I wouldn't have felt it. They were cool mascots. Now, in terms of their vibe, like we had Macca's toys of them. And that's about all I can think of. Like they had like the plush keychains. That was really cool.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
They were everywhere.
Oh God, they were everywhere. Through my room. I liked them. I still maintain that tattoo that I planned last few episodes ago is a sick idea, and I would definitely get it. Of
I
the
do
three
not
mascots.
remember.
It was the three mascots in like the battle royale or whatever I planned them for.
Yeah. There was also an unofficial mascot.
Oh yeah,
remember
I
this?
didn't even think about this.
Fatso the fat-assed wombat.
Yeah, the
Roy
dream.
and HG. Yeah,
The dream.
that's where the dreams began.
Yeah, we'll have to. Let's save the dream for a little bit. We'll save it towards the end. We'll
Okay,
talk about
okay.
the Olympics proper, and then we'll talk about the real Olympics.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that we had the mascots. The color, it was pretty colorful as well. Like I remember Dad's like Olympic shirt. It was like it had like purple. It was like a polo shirt with like purple sleeves, or maybe like a purple and like a turquoise sleeve, and had that like color across it, like a colored like.
Yeah, it was like the
Scribble?
2000s. You're coming out of the 90s. Everything
Yeah.
very colorful,
It was pretty good.
very vibrant.
Isn't it those Olympics where the Australian shirts had like long sleeve shirts with bright sleeves? You know, like Stuart's shirt, that really bright sleeved shirt that he has.
Possibly.
I feel like we
yeah.
wore that. Anyway, it's all happening now. Opening ceremony.
Yeah. Well, let's go back a little
Wait,
bit.
where?
Let's go back.
Oh, we're going to talk about the vibe.
Because, I mean, like, first of all, I remember the mascots doing a tour around the cities.
Oh, yeah.
This was like a couple years out.
And they
after
weren't
they
just-
decided on the mascots, they did like a tour around the cities.
They weren't just costumes that were sent. They went to every city.
Yeah,
The
they did an
people in
interview with Millie. She said it was actually really hard to be on the road for that long because her family, at the
family
time,
of echidnas.
she had just had about 3 babies.
And her husband's 3-pronged penis.
Yeah. And then also in the lead up, they like released the torch design, the Olympic torch design.
Cool design.
Very cool
Blue
design.
and turquoise.
And then they did the run. So obviously it comes from Athens itself and it kind of goes everywhere. But then
run
when it got
across
to
water.
Australia, like literally ran all around Australia.
Yeah.
And I remember my primary school at the time, we like stopped and went down to the road because one of the mothers of one of the kids that went there was running the torch through Bonneville, which is where I lived at the time.
Yeah, right.
And so she ran it. We watched her run past. We saw her like pass the flame to the next person. And then we all got to hold the torch.
I have also held an Olympic
Oh,
torch.
fuck me, I guess. Yeah.
Eat shit. Yeah, it was like, I think it was like our friend's like grandpa or something. He'd done it in our area. I
Everyone
didn't see
knew,
the run though.
Everyone knew somebody who was going to run with it. Yeah.
Touch the torch. But yeah, we had to do that. And like in 2000, I was in year 2. And did you do like, I remember we had an international food day or whatever it was. I don't remember what country I was.
I don't remember.
But I
that.
remember that was the first time I tried sushi. And I think it was sashimi. And it was very yucky.
Yeah.
Spat that out.
I lived in the country. We didn't do things like that.
No,
but yeah,
that was my first experience.
There was a lot of fun surrounding it all.
A lot of build up to it. So then the opening ceremony happens.
Yes.
Now, we've talked about this before. We're talking smoke. We're talking lasers. We're talking a flying little girl by the name of Nikki Webster.
We're talking about a girl who got shot into stardom and literally in the face. No, she's good. She's fine.
She sang the anthem, I think.
No,
And what did she sing? I don't know.
She like partook in this very weird abstract swimming in the coral reef bit and like
But in the sky.
she sang a lot of stuff. Yeah.
She was suspended above the stadium.
Yeah.
But so Nikki Webster was an iconic moment. We had hovercrafts. They were
Mm-hmm.
iconic as well. There was some. They had an indigenous element to it, which was good.
Yes. Yes.
So, opening ceremony. I don't know if I watched it. What I remember of the opening ceremony is they had light up bracelets that people were like waving around and stuff. And all I ever wanted in life was one of those light up bracelets. I'm pretty sure I would have bugged Dad and been like, Dad, can you get me a light up bracelet whilst you're driving for the Olympics? Which there might have been one in that box, because I don't know if we've talked about that box, but we found a box in our old house that is a yellow and blue suitcase from Sydney 2000 with like tickets in it. I think maybe one of the bracelets in it, brochures, booklets. It's very weird.
Yeah, but it was there.
It is.
And it's still around somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's in the cupboard, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've still got it because if we're going to sell it, we should wait until next year when it's 20 years.
Yes.
So you had all that stuff going on. The moment of Kathy Freeman running in her onesie.
Yeah.
Her morph suit.
At the time, Australian athletes all wore these very strange suits, both in the pool and on land as well. They wore these ridiculous fucking aerodynamic skin suit things.
It was a weird time for fashion of the Olympics.
Yeah, but I think it came in with a few people and it got passed, but Kathy Freeman took it up to the...
Yeah, she lit the
brazier.
The big torch.
Brasses?
I don't know. What? What's that? But she had like
heard of that.
Weird lycra suit with a hood on. And because Thorpe had... Did he have no sleeves on his one?
No, he had a
he had the full
body
sleeve.
thing.
He was basically wearing a wetsuit, but
Yeah.
like a thin lycra wetsuit. It was a very strange time.
It did get passed. The torch got passed around because I remember Dawn Fraser at one point kind of like ran through the stadium a bit, and there was a few other people.
Is she racist now?
I don't know if I've heard anything about
I know
Dawn
Margaret
Fraser
Court
being a racist. Yeah,
look, it's a patchy history of Australian athletes.
there's a couple of athletes who have said some things recently that are not good.
But I remember watching a lot of it because obviously the time zone was appropriate. I was in Sydney at the time. I don't know if you know this, but I was in Sydney.
Okay, interesting.
I'd been travelling around a lot before then, but I settled down as I was
settled in Sydney.
7 years old. I remember watching a lot of it, but I only remember watching swimming because
swimming was where all the exciting shit was happening.
well, Ian Thorpe just won everything.
Well, I mean, Kathy Freeman also had a lot of hype around her, but Ian Thorpe,
Thorpedo.
He was blowing it out of the water, am I right?
Ian Thorpe is one of those things in my lifetime where I'm like, you will never recreate the excitement of watching him swim. For those of you that don't know, Ian Thorpe is a big man with extremely large feet. He has huge feet, and that was part of what people thought made him very fast at swimming. He broke a number of world records during that game.
He did.
He broke records like it was going out of fashion. Our swimming team was good in general. We had Thorpe, we had Klim, and we had Hackett. Wasn't that our kind of trio?
Yeah.
Were they one of the dream teams? Didn't we have a couple of dream teams?
Yeah. We had our relayers got gold and stuff. Yeah.
Didn't we jump in the pool? Was that when we jumped in the pool and we got in trouble?
Possibly.
There's a time in history where the Australian relay team won and they jumped in the pool to celebrate, and then we got in trouble because you wanted to jump in the pool after you win a race.
Naughty.
But yeah, and it was always watching. It was always like Klim or Thorpe against Phelps, because Michael Phelps is also a great swimmer of America.
Maybe not so much. Oh, Klim did as well. But yeah, Phelps is a little after their time, but Thorpe was still swimming at the time.
I thought he was in that Olympics.
Hackett was like a little bit older than Thorpe as well, because they raced against each other in the 1500. I definitely remember that, and it was a big deal because Hackett had held it for so long.
Yeah, but Thorpe has big feet. You got to understand this.
What you got to understand about big feet is big swim.
Yeah, big swimmers. But yeah, so I just remember watching a lot of swimming. I actually can't remember watching any other sports aside from swimming at the Olympics, but they were all there, all your favourites.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. As I said, I like the Olympics, and so thinking about Sydney 2000 is always a fun one. And it's the first Olympics I remember because I was old enough to know what was going on.
That's the first one I remember.
And so, yeah, I think that's... Is there anything else to add to the Olympics? That was it. It was just good.
That's the
Did we win?
One. Yeah, we did. What was the medal tally?
Tell me, Tim. Who'd we beat?
Fuck. Oh, God. What am I doing? I'm breaking everything here. Metal... Oh, this is Ian Thorpe's. Yep, sorry. Hang on. Yeah, no, here we go. Yeah.
No, we'll wait.
Oh, we didn't.
Did we?
We didn't. I thought we did.
That's awkward.
We got 16 gold, 25 silver, 17 bronze for 58. The US won, followed by Russia and China.
So wait, we came like fourth.
Fourth, yeah. Which is pretty good considering we have way less people than those.
Bit embarrassing if you ask me. Who was that? Was Jana Pittman around then as well?
That's a great question.
Let's say she
don't know who that is.
She's athletics? Hurdler?
Jana.
Is she a hurdler? Who's that hurdler? You know that one?
You know
the other one? That
No,
she has
I
a gold
don't.
chain?
I don't.
Hits her in the face a lot.
No.
But yeah, so it was a very exciting time and a good part of our history. If you were there, tell us what you thought. Just do it before we end the show. Remember, we've only got like 4 episodes until we're finished.
Yes.
Yeah, did you go to the Olympics? What was your favourite sport? Do you like the Olympics?
Did you meet Ian Thorpe?
If I met him, I'd just stare at his feet.
Yeah.
That's all I'd do.
That's
That's that.
That's
Tim,
that.
I've got Dadvice here.
Oh, okay.
Now, this Dadvice, as all Dadvice, was sent in by a person, a real person.
An actual real live human being.
Now, this is from Ali Shipmapants Shans. Now, she signed off her original email as Ali doesn't shit her pants. Chance or Chance.
That'd be a typo, though, wouldn't it?
It would be. And then she realised in the next email, she said, damn, I should have signed off Ali doesn't ScoMo her pants, Chance. So
I was going to ask, is she related?
Is she related to ScoMo?
Yeah.
She sent a very long email giving us lots of tips on how to, do the podcast, which, Ali, I know you're a producer, but back off because we're ending it now and it's your fault.
We can do anything we want.
It's really all of Ali's fault. That's what we need to get at.
Yeah.
But she came with a Dadvice, and here's the Dadvice. I'm going to be spending some time this summer with 3 brothers,
3 brothers.
ages 5 to 9.
Okay.
What activities would you suggest for kids that age? How does one best interact with kids to keep their interest and make them like you? Now, Ali is a school teacher, but she teaches high school, I believe.
Right.
German. Not German high school, she teaches German in high school.
Right.
Could be a German high school. But 5 to 8.
5 to 8.
Now,
That's when boys are at their most responsible.
Oh, yeah, they'll listen to you.
Yeah. Perhaps take them out and teach them to drive a car.
yes.
If you believe anything, any of my older male relatives will tell you, they all learnt to drive cars in a paddock when they were 5.
Yeah.
They've been driving since they're 5.
Oh, yeah. Get them lots of sharp sticks
Yes.
to use against each other.
If the stick isn't sharp, just tie a knife to the end of it.
Sharpen it.
That makes it sharp.
I don't know. Lego is probably something for them.
Lego is a good
5 to 9.
good bet.
And now, I don't know how expensive Lego is in America, because Lego is quite expensive, but if you get like a big set, you could make that last a long time.
Yeah.
You could try a puzzle. It could work.
Maybe.
It could work.
If the puzzle is actually a video game, I think it could work.
Yeah, if your puzzle has nothing resembling a puzzle about it. But so maybe a puzzle. Movies. Take them to the movies.
Yeah.
A risky game, but take
Do
them to the
a
movies.
Marvel watch through.
Oh, watch all the Marvel movies.
Watch
That'll
all
keep
of them.
them
Yeah.
quiet. Watch all the Lord of the Rings movies. I'm sure that's fine for kids
Yeah.
5 to 8, isn't it?
Schedule like 3 Marvel movies a day.
That'll shut them up for life.
Yeah.
Watch all of Casablanca. That's a long movie, isn't it?
It is. It's a pretty long movie.
Watch all the Godfathers. Again, completely appropriate for kids that age.
Watch all of the Saw movies.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Now, you might say I'm biased because this is what I've been doing lately, but here's my reasoning behind it. I recommend you get them into tech decks
Okay.
because age-wise, I think they're fine. I don't know what the age limit was on a tech deck. Do 5-year-olds eat
Age-wise,
things
they're
still?
perfect. Leon is the outlier on this one.
How dare you? But here's a tech deck in Australia is $5.
Right.
So if there's 3 of them and you buy 1 for each, you've spent $15 in Australia, which in America it's probably like $10, something like that. So not a lot of money. You don't need to buy any ramps or any of that stuff. You can use tables and all of that. But it is a slow burn, and so it could keep them occupied for a while. If they lose interest, you're fucked. But
Yeah.
like
If
it's
they lose interest, you've wasted money.
it's
But-
similar to skateboarding. You just get back up and you just keep trying. So you could set them a goal, like at least upsettingly set me the goal of when we're currently in New Zealand right now, and boy George, I hope I've sorted it out. She wanted me to kickflip in all the different locations. Kickflips are hard. I may just be ollieing in different locations, but like I have been working every day towards that goal.
You'll,
so if you
you'll
can get the
kick
kids
flip or
on
you
that-
won't go.
If you get the yeah, I'm not allowed to go. I think that's my suggestion. Tech decks
Yeah, tech decks. That's a good one.
could be good.
That's good.
Otherwise, just build a treehouse.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of woodlands around you.
Yeah.
Go hunting with their bare hands.
Yeah. Teach them to
Give them hands like bears.
hunt the bears, get the bare hands, and then use the bare hands for further
them.
hunting.
That's a pretty good plan. Ali, I don't know, sort out yourself. Bloody take some responsibility for once.
Yes.
Always asking us for advice.
Gee whiz, they're not my sons.
No one ever says, how's Leon? It's always, Leon, how do I raise these
Yeah.
boys?
Nobody ever asks, why is Tim? They always ask, how are you?
Why is Tim?
Why are you? I want someone to ask, why are you? Just once.
Why are you? Well, I wish I could tell you. That's going to do it, I think.
Yeah.
As always, thanks to Teylor Smirl, Smell Smelly Tea for our wonderful cover art that will only be in existence for like 4 or 5 more episodes.
Well, in an active sense, I'm
it's
sure.
dead after that.
Yeah.
I'm deleting it.
We're going to literally delete
We're
every
going to set
file.
fire to it.
And Curtis Fernance, Fern Tree Music, get on board before his music
Disappears.
is not music anymore.
For any of the Adventure Zone fans, we're going to put it in the Void Fish, and so you won't remember it.
I don't get the joke because I don't listen to it.
Yeah, if you've got any Dad Vices or Harold Holt watches, I know that you send them in all the time anyway, but if you want to send them in, you've only got... So what's this? This is episode 96. So you got 97, 98, 99, 100 might be preoccupied, which we'll talk about soon.
Yes.
But yeah, that's that.
That's that. That's the whole that.
As always, yeah, kia ora, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
The vitriol...
No, yeah, kia ora.
Is that the right word? No.
Yeah, kia ora.
You put a lot of
Mustard.
mustard on that one. Yeah, kia ora, everyone.
Yeah, kia ora, everyone. Catch you on the... What are they?
You'd say floppity
New
flop.
Zealand. Yeah, on the floppity flops.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to auscastnetwork.com for details.